close your eyes, and let your breathing slow down. Steady, gentle, like the soft waves rolling against a distant shore. Let your shoulders sink. Let your body be released, set free from the weight of the day. You are standing at the threshold of two worlds, the world that has just passed, full of noise and hurry, and another world, now unfolding, quiet, tender, bathed in moonlight. Before you, an invisible door opens. That door leads to a misty path, and that path leads you into the moonlit forest, where the light is not of lamps, nor of fire, but of the gentle moon, pouring down in silence, covering the forest with a silver veil. You begin to walk. Slowly, each step touches the soft carpet of fallen leaves, rustling like a secret whisper. The insects sing their eternal song, keeping rhythm for the night. Your breathing grows slower, deeper, blending with the breath of the forest. With every step you take, the world behind drifts farther away, and the world ahead grows wider, more welcoming, like open arms waiting to embrace you. The moonlight guides your way. It does not blaze. It does not rush. It is smooth as velvet, soft as silk. It drapes across your shoulders, falls upon your hair, slides across branches, leaves, and tiny dewdrops, turning each into a small mirror reflecting endless stillness. You lift your gaze. Above you, the full moon hangs, round and tranquil, like a lantern of the universe. Around it, countless stars flicker, like little lamps lighting the path of your journey. The night breeze flows softly. It brushes through your hair, over your skin, carrying the fragrance of wild grass, of night-blooming flowers, of damp earth touched by the dew. You breathe in deeply, letting the fragrance fill your chest, making your heart lighter. You breathe out slowly, and all the heaviness, all the fatigue, all the noise of the long day fades away, dissolving like mist beneath the moonlight. Far away, you hear the murmur of water. Perhaps it is a stream, hidden among the shadows. The sound is not hurried, not loud, only whispering, gently, as if telling a story from long ago. A story of the forest, a story of the moon, a story of dreams, soft and secret. You listen, and you realize, this forest is not just a place. It is a rhythm. It is a breath. It is a dream, unfolding only for you. Your steps continue. With each step, the moonlight lays another silver cloak across your shoulders. With each step, your breathing becomes lighter. With each step, your mind lets go a little more. Gradually, you leave behind the world of noise, moving deeper into the world of peace. You feel your eyelids growing heavy, but your mind opening wide, welcoming the sounds, the light, the silence. Everything around you becomes music. The rustling of leaves is like strings. The insect's song is like flutes. The wind, the water, they are the background melody. And the moon above is the conductor, guiding all the sounds, blending them into a lullaby made just for you. The moonlit forest whispers. The whisper does not come from one place, but from everywhere at once, from the wind, the leaves, the silver glow, It says, rest now. Let go. Let this night become your softest dream, and so, you realize, your journey has truly begun. There is no destination waiting ahead. The journey itself, the slow steps, the deep breaths, the silver light falling upon you, is the destination. A journey where you do not need to strive, do not need to search. You only need to surrender, to the moon, to the whisper, to the breath of the forest. And everything else has only one purpose, to lead you into deep sleep, to bring you into gentle rest, to carry you into the tender arms of the moonlit forest. You take another step, and then another, slowly, unhurried, as though time itself has begun to loosen its hold. The path stretches before you, narrow and quiet, veiled in a pale silver glow. Moonlight spills across the ground in shifting patterns, slipping through the branches above. Each leaf, each blade of grass seems to shine with its own quiet radiance, as if the moon has brushed them with paint made of light. The forest is vast, but it does not feel threatening. Instead, it feels alive in a gentle, welcoming way, as though the trees themselves have been waiting for you. Their trunks rise tall and steady, dark silhouettes outlined against the shimmer of the night sky. Their roots spread deep into the earth, anchoring them firmly, yet their branches sway softly, moving with the rhythm of the wind. When the breeze passes through, you hear a long, slow sigh, not of sorrow, but of comfort. A breath older than time. You walk on. Your footsteps are soft, nearly soundless, and yet you feel the earth respond beneath your feet. The soil gives a little, cushioned by fallen leaves, by moss, by centuries of memory resting here. It is as if the land itself is aware of your presence, cradling each step. You notice the faint glimmer of dew, scattered like jewels across the forest floor. Tiny droplets catch the light and then release it, twinkling briefly before sinking back into shadow. Somewhere close by, an owl calls. Its voice echoes low and steady, carrying through the trees. A voice both haunting and soothing. The sound lingers, then fades into silence, leaving only the faint chorus of crickets and the gentle sigh of branches. The forest is never empty, never still, and yet, it is never loud. Each sound arises like a note in a larger symphony, joining with the night to create something more than silence, something softer than music, a lullaby woven of earth and sky. You breathe it in. The air here feels different, cool, damp, full of fragrance. The faint sweetness of wildflowers drifts between the trees, mingling with the deep, earthy scent of moss and bark. Each breath you take is like a thread pulling you deeper, binding you closer to the rhythm of the forest. Inhale, and the world expands. Exhale, and the weight within you lessens. Inhale, and you feel calm spreading through your body. Exhale, and you let go, little by little, of all you have carried with you. The path begins to curve. Its edges blur beneath the drifting mist, softening the ground, softening the distance. You follow, and the mist swirls gently around your ankles, cool and weightless, glowing faintly in the moonlight. It feels almost alive, as if it is guiding you forward, whispering with every curl of vapor, "This way. Keep going. Deeper still." You move more slowly now. There is no need to rush. Every step is already the journey. Every pause is already arrival. You notice how the moon seems to follow you, sliding between branches, always watching, always casting her silver blessing upon the way. Sometimes she is hidden behind a drift of clouds, and the world dims to a hushed twilight. But then she returns, brighter than before, painting the forest in liquid silver once more. The play of light and shadow is endless, now a shimmer, now a flicker, now a soft wash of radiance over everything you see. As you walk, you begin to notice the smaller lives of the night. A moth flutters past. It swings pale as parchment, catching the glow for a moment before vanishing into darkness. A fox slips across the path ahead, its eyes glinting faintly, yet it does not startle you. It pauses, looks at you once, then disappears into the brush, leaving only silence behind. Fireflies spark here and there among the trees. Tiny lanterns blinking, winking, rising and falling in their secret dance. They drift beside you, as if escorting you down the path. The deeper you go, the more the path seems to soften beneath you. It feels no longer like earth, but like a dream you are walking on, weightless, endless, timeless. The sounds around you blur into one another. The cricket's steady rhythm blends with the rustling leaves. The stream you heard earlier now flows closer, its gentle trickle threading through the symphony of the night. Each sound repeats, each sound lingers, and the repetition itself is comforting, hypnotic. You are sinking into the rhythm, as if the forest is rocking you in its arms. You begin to lose sense of distance. Was it one step, or many? Was it one breath, or a dozen? It no longer matters. The path stretches on, silver and soft, carrying you forward. Your body feels lighter, your mind quieter. The farther you walk, the more the world outside fades, until there is only this, moonlight, breath, and the endless, gentle path before you. And still you walk, slowly, tenderly, without effort. The moonlit path does not hurry you. It does not ask for anything. It only offers itself, again and again, with every silver step. And as you move along it, you begin to understand, this path is not leading you outward, but inward. Inward to rest, inward to peace, inward to dreams that are waiting for you, as patiently as the moon waits for night. And so you continue, step after step, breath after breath, deeper into the moonlit forest, deeper into the stillness, deeper into the quiet embrace of the path that has no end. The path continues, silver and soft beneath your steps, but soon you notice a new sound weaving itself into the music of the night. At first, it is faint, hidden, a murmur beneath the rustling leaves and the chorus of insects. Then, slowly, it grows clearer, a delicate trickling, a gentle flow, the voice of water moving through stone. The air changes. It feels cooler here, fresher, as though the breeze has gathered droplets of mist to carry to you. You breathe it in, and your lungs fill with that coolness, as if the forest itself is washing you clean with every breath. You exhale, and the sound of the stream seems to answer, releasing its own sigh into the night. The path curves one final time, and there it is, the stream, a ribbon of silver laid across the dark earth, glistening in the embrace of the moon. The water moves slowly, gently, almost lazily, as though it has no destination, as though it too has surrendered to the calm of the forest night. It slides over stones, slips around mossy roots, and whispers as it goes, not loudly, never rushing, only whispering, 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 a song soft enough to melt into your very heartbeat. You pause by its edge. The ground is damp and cool, soft beneath your feet. Tiny ferns grow along the banks, their delicate fronds bowing toward the stream as though they too are listening. You kneel. You lean closer, and in the silver surface you see the reflection of the moon. She gazes back at you from the rippling water, her face broken into 1,000 fragments, each one shining, each one trembling, as though the stream is carrying her secret messages through the night. You reach out your hand, your fingers touch the water, and it greets you with coolness, a tender coolness that runs along your skin, sliding between your fingers, flowing back into itself. For a moment, you feel as though the stream is alive, as though it knows you, as though it has been waiting for your touch. Its voice rises, a little clearer, a little stronger, as if saying, "Rest with me, stay with me, let me carry away all you no longer need." The sound becomes hypnotic the longer you listen. Each ripple is a syllable, each curve of the current is a phrase. Together they form a language not spoken, but felt, a language of patience, a language of calm. The stream does not hurry. It never has. It has flowed this way for centuries, perhaps forever, always whispering, always soothing, always waiting for those who find it in the moonlit forest. You close your eyes, and the sound surrounds you. It enters your ears, your chest, your bones. It begins to echo inside you, until your own breath falls into rhythm with it. Inhale as the water slides over stone. Exhale as it gathers into a pool. Inhale as it curls around a bend. Exhale as it continues. Onward, onward, without end. Soon, it feels as though you and the stream are one, both flowing, both moving, both surrendering to the night. Around you, life stirs softly. A frog croaks from the far bank, its call low and slow, joining the melody. Somewhere in the branches above, a night bird stirs, then settles again, wings rustling against the leaves. Fireflies drift closer, hovering over the surface of the water, their glow reflected in the ripples, doubling their light. The forest orchestra grows, but never overwhelms. Every sound enters gently, adds its note, then lingers just enough to soothe. You dip your hand into the water again, and this time, you imagine the stream carrying something away. Perhaps it is a worry you have carried too long. Perhaps it is a heaviness you never named. Whatever it is, you release it into the current. You watch as the ripples expand, stretch outward, then fade into nothing. The stream takes it, accepts it, carries it away, leaving only coolness in your hand and peace in your chest. Time becomes meaningless here. Minutes and hours blur. The whispering stream is endless, and so is the calm it brings. You could stay by its side forever, watching the light shift, listening to the soft, ceaseless murmur. You lean back against a smooth stone, close your eyes once more, and let yourself drift with the current. Not in body, but in spirit. You float with the stream. You slide with it. You surrender to it. The forest fades. The moon fades. And still, the whispering voice carries you deeper and deeper, further and further into the quiet. And when you finally rise, when you finally stand, you carry that voice within you. The stream continues beside you, still flowing, still singing, still whispering, but now it echoes inside you too. Every breath you take, every step you make, is part of its current. You follow the path again, moving onward, but the song of the stream does not leave you. It stays, steady and soft, flowing with you as you continue deeper into the moonlit forest. The path, silver and soft, leads you onward, and the sound of the stream slowly fades into the distance. Its whispers remain inside you, echoing in your breath. But the forest begins to change. The air grows sweeter, almost perfumed, and the breeze carries something new, the fragrance of blossoms opening under the touch of the moon. It drifts gently toward you, delicate at first, then fuller, richer, as though the night itself is blooming. The trees begin to thin, their trunks, tall and solemn, spread apart, allowing more and more light to pour down. The mist clears, and suddenly the forest opens, unfolding into a valley. Before you lies an endless field of flowers, swaying gently in the breath of the night. Their petals, pale and luminous, glow faintly in the silver light, as though each flower holds a piece of the moon within its heart. White, soft violet, tender blue, colors that seem less like pigments, and more like dreams taking shape in the air. You step into the valley. The fragrance embraces you, sweet but not heavy, soothing but not fading. It lingers in your chest, in your senses, as though each breath is lined with the gentle presence of these blossoms. The petals turn, ever so slightly, as if they feel your arrival. The valley welcomes you, silently, warmly, with its endless garden of night-blooming flowers. The ground here is soft, cushioned by grass that bends beneath your feet without resistance. The flowers cluster in groups, their stems tall, their blossoms wide open to the moon. Some nod in the breeze, brushing against your arm as you pass, leaving a whisper of dew against your skin. Others rise high, their petals trembling in the night air, as if in song. The valley hums softly, not with words, but with the vibration of life, the chorus of blossoms, the pulse of earth, the invisible thread connecting all things here. You walk deeper, and the fragrance grows stronger, though never overwhelming. It feels as though each flower is breathing with you. Inhale, and their perfume enters your lungs. Exhale, and it feels as though they sigh with you. Exhaling together into the night. You find yourself moving more slowly now, almost swaying as you walk, as though the rhythm of the flowers has become your own. The valley and your body move in harmony, a dance without effort, without end. Above you, the moon watches. Her silver gaze spreads across the valley, illuminating each blossom, each stem, until the entire field seems alive with soft light. Fireflies drift lazily over the petals, pausing to hover, then floating on, their glow mingling with the pale radiance of the flowers. The air sparkles with these lights, as if the stars themselves have descended to rest among the blossoms. You pause in the center of the valley. You kneel. You sit among the flowers. And you let yourself sink into their presence. Their fragrance cradles you. Their colors soothe you. Their silence speaks to you. The blossoms sway. The petals tremble. The night breathes. And you drift with it all. As you sit, you notice the tiniest details, the way that dew gathers at the edges of petals, shining like pearls. The way the stems bend, not in weakness, but in a kind of grace, flowing with the wind rather than resisting it. The way the blossoms face upward, unafraid of the night, welcoming the moonlight as though it were a blessing. You realize that the valley itself is teaching you, not with words, but with being, to bend without breaking, to glow in the dark, to breathe, simply, gently, endlessly. A soft sound joins the night, the faint hum of bees, not in frenzy, but in a slow, drowsy rhythm. They move from flower to flower, their wings beating softly, almost imperceptibly. Their labor is not work but ritual, a ritual as old as the valley itself, carried out with patience, with quiet reverence. You listen, and the sound is not a buzz but a murmur, blending with the crickets, with the sighing grass, with the pulse of the earth. Time stretches, long and fluid. The valley seems infinite, a sea of blossoms without horizon. You could wander here forever, and still, the flowers would bloom, and still, the fragrance would drift, and still, the night would watch with her patient moon. You do not need to leave. Not yet. Not soon. For here, in this valley, the world has become nothing more than fragrance, light, and breath. You close your eyes. The fragrance grows richer, filling every corner of your senses. You feel as though you are floating upon it, carried by waves of blossoms, swaying endlessly through the night. Each inhalation is a petal unfolding. Each exhalation is a flower bowing. You are not separate from the valley, you are the valley, blooming in silence, glowing in the moonlight, dreaming beneath the stars. And when you open your eyes again, nothing has changed, and yet, everything has. The valley is still here, infinite, luminous, fragrant. But you are no longer just walking through it. You are part of it now. The blossoms sway, and you sway, The fragrance breathes, and you breathe. The moon watches, and you are held within her gaze. The path is still there, faint and silver, winding onward through the sea of flowers. You rise slowly, gently, as though carried upward by unseen hands. The blossoms lean toward you as you pass, brushing lightly against your arms, your legs, your shoulders, whispering their soft farewells. The fragrance clings to you, a reminder, a blessing, a gift you will carry with you as you continue your journey deeper into the moonlit forest. The silver path leads you onward, and the valley of blossoms fades behind you, its fragrance lingering like a memory woven into your breath. Slowly, the flowers give way to trees again, tall trunks rising like guardians, their shadows long, their branches woven together high above. The moonlight follows still, sliding through the canopy, casting thin streams of light upon the ground. The air feels cooler here, heavier with moss and wood, as if you have stepped deeper into the ancient heart of the forest. And then, you see it, at first, only a suggestion between the trees, a shape, a darker shadow among shadows. As you move closer, it becomes clearer, a small cabin, weathered and old, standing quietly beneath the branches. Its wooden walls are worn, covered in patches of moss and ivy. The roof bows slightly with age, and the windows are dim, but not lifeless. A single light glows faintly inside, golden and soft, spilling across the wooden door. You step toward it. The path narrows, lined with roots that twist like sleeping serpents, but it carries you steadily to the cabin's door. The silence here is deep, yet not empty. You can hear the faint crackle of fire from within, a quiet rhythm, warm and steady, like a heartbeat pulsing inside the little house. You pause at the threshold. The door is old, its surface rough, but it is not closed. It rests slightly ajar, as though waiting for you. You push gently, and the hinges creak, low and slow, opening into a room that feels like a memory you had forgotten but never truly lost. Inside, the air is warmer, touched by firelight. The cabin is small, simple, but full of presence. Wooden beams cross the ceiling, darkened by time. A stone fireplace glows at one end, flames flickering lazily, releasing the scent of wood smoke that mingles with the forest air drifting through the cracks. A chair sits nearby, carved from heavy oak, its cushions worn soft by use. A table rests in the corner, upon it a candle, its flame steady, casting shadows that sway like dancers on the walls. You step inside and feel the wood beneath your feet, uneven, creaking slightly, but solid, grounding. The cabin seems to breathe around you, the old timbers expanding and settling, the fire sighing as it burns. It is not empty, not abandoned. It feels lived in, as though someone left only moments ago. Or perhaps as though the cabin itself is alive, waiting, patient. You walk slowly, taking in each detail. Shelves line the walls, filled with objects left behind, books with spines faded and cracked, Jars of dried herbs that release faint scents of lavender and sage. A folded blanket resting on the chair, woven in patterns of deep blue and grey. Dust gathers in corners, but not thickly. It seems more like a gentle veil, a reminder of time rather than neglect. You approach the fireplace. The flames rise and fall softly, their glow painting the room in hues of amber and gold. You sit in the chair, sinking into its cushions, and immediately you feel a weight lift from your body. The warmth reaches into your skin, into your bones, soothing every ache, loosening every knot of tension. The crackle of the fire becomes your rhythm, steady and slow, echoing like a lullaby. Your eyes drift to the shelves again, to the books. Their titles are faded, impossible to read, but you sense they hold stories, stories of nights long past, of travelers who once came here and rested, just as you do now. Perhaps each book is a dream, left behind in words, waiting for another to find it. The thought comforts you, as though you are part of a lineage of dreamers, a circle unbroken by time. The cabin hums quietly around you. Outside, the forest still breathes. You hear the sigh of wind against the walls, the rustle of leaves against the roof. But here, inside, the sounds are softened, muffled, cocooned. You are safe here, held in the embrace of wood and stone and firelight. You close your eyes, only for a moment, and the chair rocks gently beneath you. Though you did not move it, the fire whispers, and its voice blends with the memories of the stream, the fragrance of the valley, the silver path that carried you here. All the pieces of the journey remain, stitched together in the quiet warmth of this room. When you open your eyes again, the candle on the table flickers as if it knows you are watching. Its flame bends, straightens, bends again, casting shadows that sway like branches in the breeze. The patterns it creates seem to move with intention, tracing shapes you cannot quite name, but which soothe you all the same. You let the rhythm carry you. The fire crackles, the wood sighs, the candle sways, and the night breathes, over and over, again and again, each sound repeating until it becomes less a sound and more a state of being. Time stretches. Minutes pass like drops of water merging into a stream. The cabin becomes not just a place, but a pause, a moment suspended between past and future, where only now exists. And now is enough. Eventually, you rise, slowly, gently, as though lifting yourself from a dream. The chair sighs as you leave it. The fire crackles once more, brighter, as though offering a final gift of warmth. You step to the door, resting your hand upon its frame, feeling the rough wood beneath your fingers. You look back once, and the cabin glows, steady and patient, a beacon in the dark. You know it will remain here, waiting, timeless, for anyone who seeks it. You step outside. The forest greets you again, cool and silver, the moonlight returning to guide your way. Behind you, the door closes with a soft sound, not of finality, but of rest. The cabin fades into shadow, but its warmth stays with you, lingering in your chest like a glowing ember. Like a secret flame you carry forward into the night, and once again, the path lies before you, waiting, drawing you deeper into the moonlit forest, deeper into the endless journey of rest. The forest receives you once more as you leave the cabin behind, and the path stretches gently forward, bathed again in silver light. The warmth of the fire lingers in your chest like an ember, but now the night air cools your skin, carrying with it the scents of moss, pine, and earth washed by moonlight. The trees rise tall around you, their trunks dark, their branches spreading wide, yet instead of shadow, they feel like guardians, like gentle sentinels standing to protect your way. The air grows stiller, softer, and with it comes a new sound, delicate and faint at first, like the trembling of a note upon the string of a harp. You pause, listening. Above you, hidden among the branches, wings stir, a faint rustle, a soft flutter, a quiet shift of weight upon bark, then another, and another. Soon the forest ceiling begins to breathe with them, the unseen birds of the moonlit forest, rousing themselves from their hidden perches, their wings catching the glow of the silver sky. You step softly, careful not to break the hush, and slowly, they emerge from the shadowed canopy. The first bird rises, wings wide and shimmering, its feathers, pale as ash, gleam faintly with the moon's reflection, as if the bird itself is woven from the night sky. It arcs above you, its movement silent, only the gentle whisper of air displaced as its wings stretch and fold again. Another follows, then another, until a dozen shapes drift into the air, their pale bodies luminous against the dark. The forest is transformed, no longer only stillness and trees, but movement, graceful, unhurried, serene. The birds circle, slow and deliberate, weaving patterns across the open space above. The moonlight clings to them, outlining their wings, tracing the gentle rhythm of their flight. They do not rush, they do not flee, they move as though they have always been here, as though their flight is as natural and eternal as the turning of the earth itself. You stop upon the path and tilt your face upward. The air is alive with the sound of wings, not harsh, not beating, but soft, a sigh repeated again and again, the sound of fabric sliding through the wind. Each pass, each sweep, is a note in the song of the night. And then, faintly, another sound emerges. From above, one of the birds releases a call, long, low, resonant. It echoes against the trunks and the stones. A note stretched across silence. Another answers, higher this time, more delicate, until soon the air is filled with their voices, not loud, but layered, blending into a melody unlike any you have heard. You listen, and you realize it is not a song of warning, not of hunger, not of haste. It is a hymn of the night, a hymn for the forest, a hymn for the moon. The birds sing not to be heard, but to join the silence, to give it shape, to give it rhythm. Each call drifts through the air like a silver thread, weaving together with the wings, with the light, with the breath of the trees. You stand, enraptured, feeling your chest expand with each note. Their voices settle inside you, low tones resting in your heart, high tones brushing the edges of your mind. You inhale, and the song swells. You exhale, and it fades, only to rise again with the next breath. Soon, you cannot tell if you are listening to them, or if they are listening to you. The song and your body become the same, vibrating in harmony, drifting deeper and deeper into calm. The birds descend lower now, drifting through the gaps between the trees. Their wings create ripples in the air, stirring the mist that clings to the ground. You watch as the pale shapes glide close, passing silently above the path, their shadows sliding across your skin like silk. For a moment, you are part of their flight, lifted, carried, weightless. One bird alights on a branch just ahead. Its feathers glimmer faintly, the edges glowing as if lit from within. Its eyes meet yours, not sharp, not piercing, but soft, ancient, patient. The bird tilts its head, and then releases another long, quiet call, one that seems to echo not only in the air, but inside your chest. You close your eyes, and the sound stays with you, vibrating through you like a thread of moonlight woven directly into your being. When you open your eyes again, the bird has lifted, joining the others once more. Together they rise higher, circling wider, until the entire sky above the forest seems filled with their motion, their music. They are not many, and yet they seem endless. For each pattern they weave is new, each song they sing is timeless. You could stand beneath them forever, and still their presence would soothe you. Gradually, their voices soften. One by one, they begin to drift back to the trees, their wings folding, their shapes dissolving into shadow. The hymn lingers a little longer, then fades, leaving only the hush of leaves, the whisper of crickets, the steady breath of the night. The forest grows still again, as if the song had been only a dream. But in your chest, in your breath, the melody remains, circling, repeating, endless. You take a step forward, and the path receives you again. The moonlight still follows, the silver glow steady and kind. Behind you, the birds rest, their hymn complete for now, but their presence still woven into the fabric of the night. You carry them with you, their flight, their music, their silence, all part of you now, all guiding you deeper, deeper still, along the endless path of the moonlit forest. The song of the moonlit birds still hums softly inside you as you continue along the silver path. Their wings, their voices, their hymn to the night, have quieted now, but their memory lingers, folded gently into your breath. The forest deepens once more, the canopy thick, the trunks tall and endless, the air rich with moss and night air. And then, in the distance, you notice it, a shape rising beyond the other trees. Immense, unmoving, steady as a mountain. The path leads toward it, and with every step, it grows larger, more defined, until you realize what stands before you. It is the ancient tree, the dreaming tree, a giant older than memory, older than seasons, older perhaps than the forest itself. Its trunk is vast, wider than the house, its bark dark and ridged with the lines of centuries. Its roots spill out across the ground, thick as rivers, twisting and turning, plunging deep into the earth. Some rise above the soil like the backs of great animals sleeping, while others spread so far you cannot see their end. The branches stretch impossibly high, higher than you thought trees could reach, reaching and reaching until they seem to touch the very stars. And through them, the moonlight flows, caught in each leaf, each twig, shimmering like silver fire. You stand before it, and already you feel the difference in the air. It is still, but not empty. It is full of presence, as if the tree breathes, slowly, deeply, with each pulse of the earth. You step closer, and you sense that you are not arriving at the tree, you are arriving at a heart. The heart of the forest, the center of all that you have walked through so far. The stream, the valley of blossoms, the birds of the moon, all of them lead here, all of them born from this ancient being. You rest your hand upon the bark. It is rough, textured, alive. You close your eyes, and beneath your palm you feel a steady rhythm, faint but certain, like a heartbeat echoing deep inside the wood. The dreaming tree is alive, not just as a plant, but as something more, a witness, a guardian, a keeper of time. It has stood through storms, through winters, through countless nights of moonlight, and still it stands, unbroken, dreaming. You lean against its trunk. The bark presses firm into your back, solid and grounding. Slowly, you sink down, letting your body settle at its base. Among the roots, they rise around you like arms, cradling, enclosing, protecting. The earth is cool, but the tree's warmth seeps into you, steady and calm. You close your eyes, and at once the world changes. You hear it first in whispers, not words, not sounds exactly, but vibrations, resonances moving through your skin, through your bones. It is as though the tree is speaking, not with language, but with dreaming. Its memories flow outward, weaving into your own, nights of starlight, centuries of quiet, the endless rhythm of seasons turning and returning. You sense rain falling upon its branches, snow resting on its boughs, wind howling and then softening, all of it stored within its being, all of it offered to you now. The longer you rest here, the deeper you drift. The whispers blur into visions, soft and fleeting. You see leaves unfolding in spring. You see blossoms trembling in summer. You see golden light falling in autumn. You see branches bare and still in winter. The seasons cycle again and again. But always the tree remains, patient, unmoving, unending. Its stream is eternal. And now you are part of it. Your breath falls into rhythm with the tree. Slow, deep, gentle. Each inhale feels as though the tree breathes with you. Each exhale carries away another layer of weariness. The roots beneath you cradle you more firmly, as if they are pulling the weight from your body into the earth, letting it dissolve, letting it vanish. What remains is only lightness, only stillness, only calm. You stay like this, minutes stretching into what could be hours. The tree dreams, and you dream with it. Perhaps you sleep, though it is not the sleep of forgetting, but the sleep of remembering, of returning. You are not apart from the forest now. You are inside it. You are the trunk. You are the branches. You are the silver leaves trembling in the breath of the moon. When at last you open your eyes, the forest has not changed, and yet it feels renewed, as if you now see it through the eyes of the dreaming tree itself. The moonlight is brighter, the air deeper, the silence fuller. You rise slowly, your hands trailing once more across the bark. The heartbeat is still there, steady and strong. You know it will remain long after you leave. Long after this night. Long after 1,000 nights. You step away, and the tree stands behind you, vast and watchful, a sentinel of dreams. Its roots fade into shadow, its branches stretch into sky, and its whispers linger in your chest. The dreaming tree remains eternal, but you carry its gift within you, the rhythm of time, the stillness of ages, the peace of roots sunk deep into the earth. The silver path winds forward once again, leading you away but never apart. You walk on, lightened, steady, still carrying the heartbeat of the ancient dreaming tree as you journey deeper into the endless forest of the moonlight. You walk onward, the rhythm of the ancient dreaming tree still pulsing softly inside your chest. Like a secret heartbeat you now carry as your own. The path is gentle, winding deeper, quieter. The canopy above spreads wider, yet the moonlight still finds its way through, slipping down in ribbons of silver, guiding you step by step. The air shifts again, cooler, sweeter, touched with the scent of rain that has not yet fallen but waits, suspended in the heavy night sky. And then, before you, the forest begins to glow, not all at once, but in flickers. Here a spark, there a shimmer, another rising, another falling, until the darkness is alive with little lights drifting through the trees. They move slowly, gracefully, blinking in and out, as if breathing. Fireflies, hundreds of them, thousands of them, a garden of light, moving, pulsing, surrounding you. You pause, and they gather closer, as if curious, as if welcoming. Their glow is not harsh, not bright, but soft, like lanterns swaying gently in the breeze. They hover above the path, across the branches, over pools of shadow, and each flicker feels like a star falling low to dance within the forest. Their wings are silent, but their light speaks, blinking and swaying, weaving patterns like a secret code, a lullaby written in sparks of gold. You lift your hand, and one drifts near, circling your fingers before hovering still, its tiny body aglow. For a moment, you hold a piece of the night sky in your palm. Then it drifts away, joining the countless others, vanishing and reappearing in the soft rhythm of light. You walk deeper, and the fireflies walk with you, floating in clouds, swirling in spirals, lighting the path with a glow gentler than any flame. The forest feels changed here, The silence is not empty, it is alive with their shimmer, with the invisible hum of their wings, with the soft pulse of their light. You find your breath falling into their rhythm. Slow, steady, rising, fading, glowing, dimming, again and again, like the ebb and flow of a tide made not of water but of light. And then, the rain begins. It starts faintly, a whisper in the leaves, so soft you almost do not notice. A single drop touches your cheek, cool, gentle, sliding like a tear of the sky. Another follows, and another. Soon, the sound grows, still delicate, still tender, but steady now, the rain falling in silver threads from the canopy above. The fireflies do not vanish. They continue their dance, glowing amidst the rain, their bodies like sparks within a shimmering curtain of water. The drops glisten in the moonlight, each one catching the glow before falling into the earth. The forest becomes a living painting, fireflies of gold, raindrops of silver, branches black against the pale sky. The sound of the rain fills your ears, constant, soothing, 1,000 tiny voices whispering in unison. You continue walking, and each step sends ripples across puddles forming along the path. The water glimmers, reflecting both the fireflies above and the moon overhead, creating a world of lights both real and mirrored. Your feet sink slightly into the damp earth, and the coolness rises through your body, grounding you, steadying you. The rain falls heavier now, but never harsh. It is the kind of rain that soothes, that washes, that purifies. Each drop against your skin is a soft touch, a reminder to release, to loosen, to surrender. You tilt your face upward, and the rain kisses your cheeks, your eyelids, your lips, blending with your breath, sliding down in rivulets that feel like threads of calm. The fireflies surround you still. Their glow becomes brighter against the curtain of rain, until it feels as though you are walking through a galaxy, stars above, stars beside you, stars beneath your feet in the mirrored puddles. Each flicker, each glimmer, each reflection deepens the illusion, until you no longer know if you are standing in a forest or drifting in space. The rain's song grows steady, a constant rhythm beneath it all. Tap, tap, tap upon the leaves, a cascade upon the branches, a hush upon the soil. Together they form a symphony, endless, seamless, circular. The sound fills you, surrounds you, lulls you. The longer you listen, the more it blends into silence, not the absence of sound, but the presence of peace. You pause in the heart of the firefly garden, and you sit upon a stone, slick now with rain but still warm from the day long gone. The fireflies drift around you, hovering close, their lights pulsing. The rain falls upon your shoulders, upon your hair, upon your skin, and you let it soak into you, carrying away all the remnants of weight. You close your eyes, and the world continues without you needing to see it. Light pulses behind your eyelids. The rain whispers upon your skin. The forest breathes. And you drift further, softer, deeper. Minutes pass, or perhaps hours. The rain softens again, tapering to a mist, then to nothing but the sound of droplets sliding from leaf to leaf. The fireflies scatter slightly, their glow thinning, but still present, still watching, still whispering their silent song. You rise, slowly, gently, and the forest greets you once more. The path gleams now, wet and shining, silver upon silver, moonlight upon rain. You step forward, and the fireflies float with you for a little while longer, guiding you, lighting your way. Then, one by one, they fade into the deeper woods, until only a few remain, drifting lazily above your head, reminding you that you are never alone here. The forest quiets again, but the memory of light and rain remains in your breath, in your skin, in your soul. You walk on, carrying the shimmer of the fireflies and the song of the rain within you, deeper and deeper into the moonlit forest. The fireflies fade into the shadows, and the last drops of rain slide from the branches above. The path, slick with silver, leads you deeper still, winding gently through the trees. The night is hushed now, softened by the rainfall, the forest breathing slowly as though it too has settled into slumber. You walk quietly, and soon you notice a faint glow ahead, not the shifting glow of insects, not the flicker of fire, but a steady, golden light. You follow, step by step. The glow grows stronger, spilling across the path like liquid honey. The trees open once more, and there, nestled among their roots, stands a building unlike any you expected to find in this forest. It is tall, yet humble, built of dark wood, aged but sturdy. Its walls climb upward like trunks themselves. Windows glow faintly from within, each square of glass fogged with warmth. A great door stands at the center, carved with patterns that twist and spiral like vines, like rivers, like the flow of words themselves. You step closer, and as you do, the door swings open without a sound. From within spills a gentle warmth, carrying the faint scent of paper, of parchment, of wood polished by time. You step inside, and the world changes. The library greets you. It is vast, endless, taller than you can see. Shelves climb toward a ceiling lost in shadow, each one filled with books, scrolls, tomes, their spines glowing faintly with moonlit dust. Ladders lean against the shelves, though no one moves them. Lanterns hang from the beams, swaying gently though there is no wind. Their flames steady, their light golden and soft. The air is thick with silence, but not empty silence. It is the silence of stories, of dreams resting quietly between pages, waiting for a hand to open them. You walk slowly between the shelves. Your fingers trail along the wood, and you feel the hum of energy beneath, as though each book vibrates with life, each one breathing faintly, waiting to be read. Titles glow, written in languages both known and unknown. Some you recognize, some you do not, but all familiar in a way you cannot explain, like dreams you once had but forgot upon waking. You pull one book gently from the shelf. Its cover is worn, soft with age, but when you open it, the pages shine, not with ink, not with words, but with light. Images move across the paper, shifting like water, like smoke, like memory. You see faces, places, skies, seas. You see moments you lived and moments you never knew. You see dreams you once carried and dreams you have yet to dream. The book hums softly in your hands. And as you turn the pages, you realize this library holds not only stories, but every dream ever dreamt. By you, by others, by the forest itself. You close the book and return it, and the shelf sighs softly, as though grateful. You continue walking, deeper into the aisles. More shelves, more lanterns, more whispers of pages turning though no one is here. And yet, you feel you are not alone. The library breathes around you, watches you, welcomes you. It is not a place to fear. It is a sanctuary, built not with stone or wood alone, but with memory, with imagination, with the endless tide of dreaming. You pause before another shelf, and this time you take down a scroll. The parchment unfurls slowly, and as it does, words rise from it in glowing letters, drifting upward like fireflies, dissolving into the air before your eyes. Each word lingers long enough for you to feel its weight, its rhythm, its meaning, and then it is gone, leaving only calm behind. The scroll folds itself again, and you return it, and the words continue to float gently in the silence, settling into the air like music you can no longer hear but still feel. You wander deeper, and you find a great table at the center of the library. Upon it lies an open book, vast and luminous, its pages turning on their own. Slowly, endlessly, you watch as the pages shift, some blank, some filled, some with drawings, some with entire worlds unfolding within them. This is the book of all dreams. It does not belong to one, but to all. You lean closer, and the pages reflect your own breath, your own presence, adding your story to its endless tale. The library is quiet, yet alive. Around you, the lanterns sway, casting golden light upon your face, upon the shelves, upon the books that hold the night's secrets. You close your eyes, and for a moment you hear them, the voices of dreams, whispering softly, like a chorus too vast to name. They murmur in languages older than memory, but you do not need to understand. Their rhythm is enough. Their presence is enough. Their sound is like a tide, rising and falling, rocking you deeper into calm, deeper into rest. You breathe with the library. Inhale the scent of paper, of ink, of wood. Exhale into the silence. Inhale the hum of countless stories. Exhale your own, letting it drift into the air, where it will be caught, carried, kept safe among the shelves. You are not separate here. You are part of the collection, part of the story, part of the dream. When at last you rise, the library does not close behind you. The door remains open, the lanterns glowing, the shelves waiting. You step outside once more into the forest, and the golden warmth follows you, lingering on your skin, in your chest, in your mind. The library is not gone. It is always here, always waiting. For when you return in dreams, the path shines again, silver with moonlight. And you walk onward, deeper still, carrying the voices of the library with you. They hum softly inside you, a lullaby of stories, a song of dreams, endless and eternal, guiding you forward into the heart of the moonlit forest. The voices of the library still hum faintly inside you, a golden murmur of stories carried in your breath. As you step once more upon the silver path, the forest thins again, the trees standing farther apart, their shadows stretching longer under the moon. The air grows cooler, touched with the scent of grass, of earth turned soft by rain, of stone that has cooled in the night. You follow the path as it climbs gently upward, winding between roots and rocks, until the trees fall behind you, and you find yourself upon a ridge, looking out over the vastness beyond. There, under the gaze of the moon, lie the hills. They roll gently, one after another, like waves frozen in earth. Their shapes are soft, their slopes rounded, as though the land itself has laid down to rest. They stretch far into the distance, covered in a blanket of grass that ripples faintly in the wind. From here, the hills look like bodies in slumber, curved backs, folded arms, heads resting upon pillows of earth. It is a landscape of sleep, still and endless. Each rise and fall a breath, each shadow a sigh. You descend slowly, the path leading you into the heart of these sleeping hills. The grass brushes against your legs, wet with dew, whispering as you pass. The silence here is different, not the silence of forests or libraries, but the silence of open spaces, wide and deep. It is the silence of rest, of things that have laid down long ago and chosen never to rise again. You pause on one hilltop and look around. The moonlight spills across the slopes, silvering each blade of grass, each stone half buried in the soil. The shadows deepen in the valleys, dark and soft, like blankets pulled up high. The wind flows slowly here, never rushing, only moving enough to keep the grass swaying, the hills breathing. You realize you are surrounded by a giant cradle, the earth itself rocking, rocking you deeper into stillness. You continue walking, up a slope, down a slope, each step slower, each step heavier, as though the hills are sharing their drowsiness with you. Your body begins to mirror them. Your shoulders soften, your head tilts slightly forward, your arms sway with the rhythm of your steps. You are becoming part of the land, another hill among them, sinking into the same timeless rest. From somewhere nearby, you hear the call of a night bird, low, drawn out, almost like a yawn. It echoes once, then fades, as if the bird itself has drifted back into sleep. The sound lingers inside you, slow and heavy, and you feel it pull at your own eyelids, tugging them lower, lower. The hills continue, rolling endlessly. Each one you climb feels softer, easier, as though they lift you and set you gently down again, carrying you forward without effort. Sometimes you pause at the top, and the view stretches far, a sea of hills, silvered by moonlight, all of them sleeping. Sometimes you sink into the valleys, and the earth rises around you like arms, closing you in, protecting you. Every rise, every fall, is slower than the last. Every rise, every fall, is a lullaby written in earth and stone. You lie down for a moment on one of the slopes. The grass cradles you, damp with dew, cool against your skin. The ground beneath is firm but forgiving, holding your weight with ease. You gaze upward, and the sky stretches wide, a dark ocean filled with stars. The moon drifts overhead, slow and silent, watching, blessing, guarding. You close your eyes, and for a moment you drift, not fully asleep, but not fully awake. The land breathes, and you breathe with it. The hills sigh, and you sigh with them. You could remain here forever. The thought is not frightening. It is comforting. To become part of this sleeping landscape. To surrender to its timeless rhythm. To dissolve into the rise and fall of earth itself. The hills are not lonely. They are not empty. They are full of peace. Full of quiet. Full of the deep, endless rest that you have been seeking. When you finally rise again, you move slowly, gently, as though rising from a dream. The hills stretch before you still, but the path winds through them, guiding you onward, carrying you deeper. Each step is heavier now, not with burden, but with surrender. Each step brings you closer to the moment when even walking will fade, when even waking will slip away, when you, too, will become part of the sleeping hills. And so you walk on, step by step, breath by breath, cradled by the endless earth, carried by the rhythm of the hills, deeper, deeper, deeper into rest. The hills quiet around you, breathing slowly, rising and falling in their eternal rest. You walk gently, step by step, following the silver path as it winds upward one last time. The air feels lighter here, touched with something new, not only the coolness of night, not only the hush of sleep, but the first hint of morning. Soft and distant, waiting at the edge of the horizon. You pause on a hilltop, and the sky spreads wide before you. The stars still shimmer, but faintly now, as though they are beginning to fold their lights, one by one, preparing to sleep. The moon, still round and luminous, hangs lower, slower, drifting toward the edge of the world. She has guided you through the forest, the stream, the flowers, the birds, the tree, the rain, the fireflies, the library, the hills. She has stayed with you, constant, tender, and now, she too begins to rest. You breathe deeply, and the air has changed. There is a coolness still, but it carries with it a sweetness. The scent of grass warmed by the first touch of unseen light. The breeze is softer, less insistent, more like a sigh. It moves across your skin like a hand smoothing a blanket, tucking you deeper into peace. Then, slowly, gently, the horizon begins to glow. It is not sudden, not bright, at first. It is only a faint shimmer of pale gold, hidden behind the curve of the hills. Then it spreads, stretching thin across the sky, as though the world itself has begun to breathe light. The glow deepens. Soft oranges, tender pinks, gentle yellows, each shade dissolving into the next, until the entire horizon becomes a painting of peace. The night does not vanish. It lingers, dark and quiet, but it allows the day to rise, step by step, as though one dream is handing itself to another. You watch, your body still, your breath slow. The light expands, washing over the hills, turning their silver grass into fields of pale gold. The dew upon each blade shimmers, reflecting the colors of the sky. Tiny sparks of dawn scattered across the earth. The valleys glow softly, shadows retreating, replaced by the embrace of morning. The birds stir again. Their calls are not the hymns of the night, but softer now, like whispers of awakening. A single note rings out, then another, until the air is filled with gentle voices, rising and falling like the hills themselves. It is not a chorus of noise, but a chorus of peace, of newness, of beginning. The forest behind you joins in, branches rustling lightly, leaves trembling in the morning breeze. The sun has not yet shown its face, but already its promise is here. The dawn has arrived, not as a blaze, but as a breath. It spreads across you, across the hills, across the entire forest you have walked through. Every step of your journey lingers here, carried in this light. The streams whisper, the flowers' fragrance, the birds' hymn, the trees' heartbeat, the fireflies' glow, the library's hum, the rain's song, the cabin's warmth, the hill's stillness. All of it woven together, all of it resting now within you, held in the tender hand of dawn. You lie down upon the soft grass, the earth beneath you steady, the sky above you glowing. The horizon brightens, but your eyes grow heavier. You feel the hills beneath your body, rocking you gently, their eternal rhythm matching your breath. Inhale, the light grows. Exhale, the night lingers. Inhale, the colors bloom. Exhale, your body softens. Over and over, the rhythm of dawn becomes the rhythm of your rest. And so, the night closes, the dawn opens. Yet there is no need to rise, no need to move, no need to awaken just yet. The world can wait, the forest can wait, the light can wait. For now, the only journey that matters is inward, downward, deeper into rest, deeper into stillness, deeper into sleep. The dawn of peace surrounds you, carries you, cradles you, and as the sun prepares to rise, you are already drifting, already dissolving, already dreaming. The journey has passed, the moonlit path, the whispering stream, the valley of night blooming flowers, the ancient wooden cabin, the birds of moonlight, the dreaming tree of ages, the garden of fireflies and gentle rain, the library of dreams, the sleeping hills, and finally, the dawn of peace. All have passed, yet none are gone. Each remains, here, within you, in your breath, in the slow rhythm of your heartbeat. In the stillness of sleep that now draws near, you hear again the murmur of the stream, flowing softly in memory. You smell the fragrance of the flowers, sweet and pure, wrapping itself around your soul. You feel the warmth of the old cabin, the fire still glowing in its hearth, soothing every part of you. You see the birds still circling, their wings slow, their flight eternal, their rhythm now the rhythm of your breathing. You sense the heartbeat of the ancient tree, deep and steady, pulsing into your body, giving you the safety of its roots. All these places, all these sounds, all these lights weave together now, melting into one another, becoming a vast, endless blanket. The forest, the hills, the stream, the cabin, the rain, the candle, the wind, all whispering together, rest now, sleep deeply. Let us hold you forever in peace. There is no need to walk any further, there is no need to search any more. You have arrived. This sleep is the destination. This letting go is the reward. This peace is the final whisper. Let your eyelids close. Let your breathing slow. Deeper. Softer. Let your body grow heavier. Looser. As though it is melting into the earth. Into the arms of the moonlit forest. No more thoughts. No more remembering. No more wishing, for you are already dreaming. You are already within the deepest, gentlest, quietest dream, and the moonlit forest whispers, sleep now, sleep deeply, sleep in peace, and you allow it all to fade. You allow the light to fade. You allow the story itself to fade, until only stillness remains. Until only rest remains, until only the tender tide of sleep carries you away, farther and farther, into an endless ocean of dreams, where nothing exists but eternal peace.